Hello there, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. Rogues took Game 1 by a final score of 14-6. They hit a season-high tying and team record tying 20 hits last night. Rogues come into this one at 34-14. They are in first place in the Great West League. The Marysville Gold Sox coming into this one at 19-30. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. No one on the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. Myself and a few Rogues players were actually at Valley Immediate Care off Barnett Road here in Medford, handing out free tickets to tomorrow night's game. So if you can't make it tonight, head on down to Valley Immediate Care. That's right off of East Barnett Road in Medford. Pick up your free tickets to tomorrow night's game. Thirsty Thursday, $3 craft beers, discounted beverages all game long. Game 3 between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. But that's tomorrow night. Tonight is tonight. On the mound for your Medford Rogues, the big right-hander from Santa Clarita, California. He plays for San Jose State University, has yet to lose a game for the Rogues this season. Jaden France, 6'4" right-hander, makes his 9th appearance for the Rogues, his 9th start of the year. He is 4-0 with a 4.53 ERA, has 27 strikeouts in 39 2/3 innings pitched. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. When we come back, starting lineups and first pitch, live from Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's.
It's time for Medford Rogues Baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues Baseball. Calling all the action tonight, here's Jonathan Kerman.
Hello, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I am Jonathan Kerman with you on the call. Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. Jaden France on the mound for your Rogues. I gave you at home his numbers. I'll give them to you in just a little bit. The defensive alignment behind the big man from Santa Clarita, California. Catching him tonight, Alex Isola. At third base, Josh Berman. At shortstop, Davis DeLorfis. At second base, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At first base, Dante Gutierrez. In the outfield, a little different tonight. Coach Hogan shaking some things up. Johnny De La Cruz still out in left field. Jake Helwig will be in center field. And Braden Stutzman will be in right. Rogues in first place in the Great West League, just 12 games remaining in the regular season. The Rogues have already clinched a playoff spot. Now they look to clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Medford Rogues in first place, 4 games ahead of the Lincoln Potters, who lost last night to the Portland Pickles. Rogues on a 4-game winning streak, the Potters on a 2-game losing streak, so a little bit of breathing room between the Rogues and the Potters, but still plenty of baseball left. After this series, the Rogues will head down to Lincoln to play 4 games in 3 days. That's right, 4 games in 3 days. The Rogues will have a doubleheader on Saturday, July 29th. First game will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Hope you wake up for us for that one. This one tonight, just a few minutes away from getting underway. Jaden France takes the mound, taking some warm-up pitches. Terrific crowd on hand here tonight. Wednesday night, Rogue Credit Union Members Night. All Rogue Credit Union members get in for free to tonight's game. The batting order for the Marysville Gold Sox is as follows. Leading things off, Justin Cooney-Silk. Batting second, Devin Pettingill. Batting third, Daryl Dahl. Batting fourth, Brock Efan. Batting fifth, Jason Daikochia. Batting sixth, Tom Fuller. Batting seventh, Quinn Ayers. Batting eighth, Mitchell Tice. And batting ninth, Joey Mejia. So the leadoff man, Justin Cooney-Silk, is stepping into the batter's box. We are ready to get underway. Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. Medford Rogues wearing their green tops, so don't let the live stream graphic fool you. Rogues in their green tops, the Marysville Gold Sox in their away dark blues with dark red lettering. Dark red numbering, rather, on the back, gold lettering across the chest. First pitch misses outside, ball one. Time of first pitch, 6:41 p.m. Jaden France, the big righty, into the windup. That one is hit high in the air to right field. Coming on is Braden Stutzman. The second baseman, Valenzuela-Reese, is also there. He will make the catch. Valenzuela-Reese does for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for Marysville, Devin Pettingill.
So just like that, one down in the top of the first. And that will bring up Devin Pettingill. Pettingill from Yuba City, California, plays for UC Irvine in his free time. Pettingill, the left-handed batter, steps into the batter's box. Jaden France into the windup. First pitch swinging, fouled back and out of play off the third base side. Pettingill batting .286 on the year, 32 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, 11 RBIs, 10 walks, 7 strikeouts in just 27 games. Next one, fouled back off the third base side, and just like that, Jaden France is ahead of batter number 2, 0-2. Thank you all so much for joining us, Rogue Nation. Whoever you're listening for, wherever you're listening from, It's an honor and a privilege to bring you Medford Rogues baseball. The 0-2 pitch misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Devin Pettingill. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the first, no score. France comes home. 1-2 poke to the left side of the infield. The shortstop DeLorfis picks it up. The throw is going to be high to Gutierrez. He jumps to make the grab, but on the jump while Gutierrez was airborne, Devin Pettingill steps on the bag safely. It'll be ruled an infield single, and that will bring up Darryl Dahl. DeLorfis was deep in the hole at short, needed a perfect throw to get Pettingill. That one was just a little high. Gutierrez doing a nice job of catching that ball, focusing more on making the catch rather than trying to get the runner out and potentially losing the ball into either the Gold Sox dugout or off to the fence area in foul territory. That will bring up Darryl Dahl. First pitch to him misses outside, ball 1. Darryl Dahl, the left-handed hitting left fielder for the Gold Sox. He waits on the 1-0 from France. Fastball in there for a strike. Home plate umpire is Mick Hendrickson. On the base paths, Jeff Henrich. 1 ball and 1 strike to Darryl Dahl. Dahl from Roseville, California. Plays for Yuba College in his free time. France comes set. Throw over to first. Pettingill dives back in safely. Cooney Silk batting .283 on the year. 56 hits, 10 doubles, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, 25 walks, 36 strikeouts in 49 games. Another throw over to first, this time Pettingill back standing. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the first. No score. Jaden France comes set. He comes home. Just missing the outer half of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count to Darryl Dahl. Dahl, the left-handed batter, steps back into the batter's box. Devin Pettingill takes his lead from first. Both players sporting knee-high gold socks. The 2-1. Pettingill takes off. The pitch swung on, fouled back. I believe the Gold Sox were trying to put on a run and hit there. Darryl Dahl swung at that one that was pretty clearly out of the zone. Trying to bail out the runner, Devin Pettingill. He's back at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count now to Darryl Dahl. We'll see if Pettingill runs on this 2-2 pitch. He does. Pitch out. He decided to go, then stopped. So it was a fake out run. Gave Darryl Dahl a free ball. Runs the count full, 3-2. Dahl batting .263 on the year. Waits on the 3-2. He hits it up the middle. Speared by Jaden France. Over to second for 1. Over to first in time for the double play. What a terrific play by Jaden France. A sharp comebacker bounced right at him. Backhand speared it almost in self-defense. Had the wherewithal to make the quick spin to throw to second base. Davis DeLorfis on the bag. Fired over to Gutierrez in time to get Darryl Dahl. 3 up, 3 down for the Gold Sox in the top of the first. We head to the bottom. Your Rogues coming up. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit medfordrogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on medfordrogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Here at Harry and David Field. The batting lineup for your Medford Rogues leading things off is going to be Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting second, Davis DeLorfis. Batting third, Eric Yang. Batting fourth, Alex Isola. Batting fifth, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting sixth, Jake Helwig. Batting seventh, Josh Berman. Batting eighth, Dante Gutierrez. And batting ninth, Braden Stutzman. Valenzuela-Reese first pitch swinging by the third baseman Quinn Ayers for a base hit. Valenzuela-Reese continues his toward hitting. That's one more to the all-time Rogues record for most hits in a season. So the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the first, and that will bring up Davis DeLorfis. DeLorfis part of that terrific double play turn by the Rogues to end the top of the first inning. A comebacker to Jaden France. He speared it on a backhand, spun around, threw over to second base where DeLorfis was waiting on the bag, who threw over to first to double up the Gold Sox. First pitch to Davis. He swings at that one, pops it high in the air, foul, out of play off the third base side. Davis DeLorfis hitting .353 this year. Owen won the count to Davis DeLorfis. Right-handed batter from Salt Lake City, Utah. Chops that one off his foot. Ow. He's in a hole 0-2. No balls and two strikes to Davis DeLorfis. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. The pitch home. That one poked through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Boy, it seems like every single game these two lead off with a base hit for the Rogues. They have two on now and nobody out for the Great West League Player of the Week, Eric Yang.
Tonight's designated hitter, Eric Yang.
Last night, Eric Yang went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and a run scored. Continues his hot hitting, was batting over 500, continues to bat over 500 since July 17th. The right-hander attending UC Santa Barbara waits on the first pitch. He shows bunt, gets it down, it's a good one. Quinn Ayers is coming on, bare hands at the throw, is going to be in time to get Eric Yang. The bunt gets the job done, however. The runners advance to second and third.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, catcher Alex Isola.
So that will bring up Alex Isola. Isola named the top position prospect of the All-Star game by MLB Scouts. That All-Star game was just this past Monday down at Chico. Second and third, one out, off-speed pitch in there for a strike delivered by Sam Leach. Sam Leach, the starting pitcher for the Marysville Gold Sox. 2-3 on the year, 4.56 ERA. Next one misses low. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Isola. Clay Valenzuela Reese at third, Davis DeLorfis at second. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Fastball at the knees for a strike. 1-2 to Alex Isola. Sam Leach gets the sign from the catcher, Tom Fuller. Now comes home. Fastball misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alex Isola. Isola from Lincoln, California. Batting .346 on the year. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. Waiting on deck, Johnny De La Cruz. So those are your 4 All-Stars. Clay Valenzuela Reese, Davis DeLorfis, Alex Isola at the plate, and on deck, Johnny De La Cruz. Clay Valenzuela Reese and Davis DeLorfis both pitched in the All-Star game. They pitched a scoreless inning each. The 3-2 misses inside for ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Johnny De La Cruz.
Making his way up to the plate, your Rogues left fielder, Johnny
De La Cruz played first base last night. He's back in his familiar position out in left field today. De La Cruz batting .324 on the year, 55 hits, 9 doubles, a triple, 44 RBIs, 26 walks, 10 stolen bases, 33 runs in 44 games. First pitch to him is a strike at the knees. Bases are loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Johnny De La Cruz sends that one that is just fouled down the first base line by a lunging Brock Efan. De La Cruz quickly in a hole, 0-2. Remember, Rogues fans, if you didn't get a chance to come out tonight, tomorrow is your last chance before the Rogues embark on a 3-day trip down to Lincoln. Hard to believe that this is the second to last homestand of the regular season. That one hit in the air into right field. It's shallow, though. Devin Pettingill, the second baseman, is there and makes the grab for the second out of the inning. Not deep enough for the runners to advance. So that'll bring up the center fielder, Jake Hellwig. Hellwig making spectacular play after spectacular play in right field. Gets his shot in center. Connor Lowry has the night off. Hellwig from Daytona Beach, Florida. You can hear the wind billowing in from left field. Base is still loaded. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Hellwig. Curveball misses outside. Ball 1. Hellwig batting .310 on the year. 53 hits, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. 25 RBIs, 24 walks, 38 runs scored in 45 games. The numbers for all of these kids are nothing short of incredible. That one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to Jake Hellwig. Hellwig standing in at 6'2", left-handed batter. Very fast for his size, has 13 stolen bases. The 2-0 swung on, fouled back into the netting. Clay Valenzuela Reese at third. He led the inning off with a single. Davis DeLorfis at second. He singled. Alex Isola at first. He walked. 2 balls, 1 strike the count to Jake Hellwig. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Sam Leach comes home. That one chopped to the first baseman. No, it's through the right side of the infield for a base hit. Clay Valenzuela Reese comes home. Hogan is waving DeLorfis. He comes home safely. Isola takes third on the throw. Hellwig takes second on the throw. A 2 RBI single for Jake Hellwig. The Rogues take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. More clutch hitting for Jake Hellwig. Gives the Rogues their first 2 runs of the ball game. Runners still at second and third. This time for Josh Berman. Berman, with the bases loaded last night, hit a triple over the right fielder's head. Pitch home, in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Clay Valenzuela, Reese, Davis, DeLorfis, the first 2 runs of the game. Isola is at third. Jake Helwig is at second. The right-handed hitting Josh Berman waits on the 0-1, takes a big swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Berman, a local of Medford, Oregon, attends Clark Community College. 5'11" infielder playing third base today for the Rogues. Batting .262 on the year, 4 home runs in just 35 games. The 0-2 to Berman, chopped to the shortstop, Daikochia. He fields it, the throw over to first in time to get Berman for the final out of the inning. The Rogues strand 2 but get 2 across thanks to the 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig. We head to the top of the second inning. Your Rogues are on top, 2-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0, thanks to the RBI single, the 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig, scoring Clay Valenzuela Reese and Davis DeLorfis. Jaden France back on the mound for the Rogues. First pitch to Brock Efan, misses inside, ball 1. Next one misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Brock Efan. Efan, the home run derby contestant for the Gold Sox. It was Austin Swift, the Chico Heat, who ran away with the derby. That one misses low, so 3 balls and no strikes to Brock Efan. France comes home. Fastball on the lower inside corner. So now 3-1 to Brock Efan. No one on, no one out here in the top of the second. Rogues lead 2-0. That one misses low for ball 4. So the leadoff man is aboard, and that will bring up Jason Daikochia.
Now batting, Jason Daikochia.
Daikochia from Redondo Beach, California, attends Santa Clara University in his free time. 5'11" right-handed batter, batting .331 on the year, 45 hits, 7 doubles, 4 home runs, 24 RBIs, 22 runs scored in 35 games. First pitch to Daikochia. He swings at that one, hits it high into the air to right field. Stutzman going back, He will make the catch, has room a few feet in front of the warning track for the first out of the inning.
Batting next for Marysville, Tom Fuller.
That will bring up the catcher, Tom Fuller. Fuller from Santa Monica, California, so a couple of SoCal boys on the Gold Sox. Tom Fuller attends Yale University. 5'11" right-handed batter. First pitch swinging, chops it foul down the third base side. Brock Efan still at first, 1 out in the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. Next one misses low. Evens the count 1-1. France comes home, off speed, fouled back. So now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fuller batting .304 on the year, playing in just his 22nd game for the Gold Sox. The 1-2 home, popped high and foul off the third base side. Rogues on top, 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. Runner on first, 1 out. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Tom Fuller. Jaden France comes home. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Jaden France. It's the second out of the inning. And that will bring up Quinn Ayers. Ayers, the right fielder for the Gold Sox last night, playing third base tonight. Quinn Ayers from Las Vegas, Nevada. I wonder if he knows Nick Parr. Attends Salt Lake Community College in his free time. 6'3" right-handed batter. Very tall kid. Batting just .179 on the year, looking to get his bat going. First pitch home, fouled back up and over the netting for strike 1. Quinn Ayers also done a little bit of pitching for the Gold Sox. Has thrown 5 innings, struck out 6. Has given up 7 hits and has a 3.6 ERA. The 0-1 pitch, fastball just missing the outer half of the plate, says Mick Hendrickson. Evens the count 1-1. Waiting on deck, Mitchell Tice. Brock Efan still at first base. He walked to lead off the inning. 2 outs now. The 1-1 to Ayers. Off speed, drops in there for a strike. A great pitch by Jaden France. Boy, if he can work that off-speed pitch with his fastball, there's not much a hitter can do. It's all about that speed differential between your fastball and your off-speed stuff that makes your fastball seem that much faster. That one poked down the third base line. Berman's got the barehanded. The throw not going to be in time. It's a base hit for Quinn Ayers. He reached out at that ball. He was clearly ahead of it, but kept his bat in the zone. Just poked it down the line, kind of a swinging bunt. Berman not sure if he needed to field it with his glove, decided to barehand it, and by the time he threw over, Quinn Ayers was in safely. So Brock Efan advancing to second. 2 on and 2 out in the top of the second for Mitchell Tice. Tice from Boulder, Colorado, plays for Santa Clara University. 6'5" right-hander, takes a first pitch strike. So 0-1 the count to Mitchell Tice, the right fielder for the Gold Sox. 2 on, 2 out in the top of the second. France comes home. That one fouled at the plate. France quickly ahead, 0-2. Can confirm that Quinn Ayers over there at first base is indeed a friend of Nick Parr's. Quinn has earned himself the nickname Quinner. The 0-2. Curveball misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mitchell Tice. Brock Efan out there at second. Quinn Ayers at first. France comes home. That one popped up high in the air. Isola giving chase. That's going to go back into the stands. Doug Parr, Nick Parr's dad, saying that Quinn Ayers actually calls himself Daddy. I'm not going to, I certainly can't verify that, Doug, but you said it, not me. 1 ball and 2 strikes still to Mitchell Tice. Brock Efan at second, Quinn Ayers at first. 2 outs in the top of the second. France comes home. That one poked foul down the first base side and into the parking lot. Not a cloud in the sky here at Harry and David Field. Shadows out there in left and center field. Everything else in sun. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses on the outer half of the plate, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lori is backing up Doug, saying that Quinn does indeed call himself Daddy. I guess I'll have to ask him myself. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. In the top of the second, Rogues lead 2-0. Deuces are wild. Jaden France steps off the rubber, gives me a chance to get all that out. Now steps back in. Here's the 2-2 to Mitchell Tice. Off speed, called strike 3 on the outer edge. The Gold Sox strand 2 in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 in Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball, and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. Leading things off for the Rogues in the bottom of the second, it'll be Dante Gutierrez, Braden Stutzman, and then the top of the order, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Dante Gutierrez from Chula Vista, California, takes a first pitch on the outer half of the plate for a strike. Gutierrez, the left-handed batter from Chula Vista, California. Standing in at 5'10", chops one to first base that rolls foul. Speared nicely, barehanded by the first base coach, Jeff Lyle. Jeff Lyle shares some laughs with first baseman Brock Efan and the field ump, Jeff Henrich. Gutierrez in a hole, 0-2. Sam Leach goes into the windup. That one is going to be flared over the head of the shortstop, but it's going to be caught by Darryl Dahl. So it was a flare that just hung in the air long enough for Dahl to get his glove underneath it. That's the first out of the inning.
Right fielder Braden Stutzman.
So one down in the bottom of the second, and that brings up Braden Stutzman. Stutzman, the switch hitter for the Rogues, the only one on the team who switch hits. Stutzman batting from the left side today with the right-hander Sam Leach on the mound. First pitch, a curveball that drops in there for a strike. Stutzman tells me he has more power from the left side, has more control from the right. Here's the 0-1. That one speared right at the second baseman, Devin Pettingill, for the second out of the inning. So 2 down now in the bottom of the second. That will turn the lineup over for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. With his leadoff single tonight, Valenzuela-Reese has hit in 36 of the last 44 games he has played in. In those last 44 games, 20 of them have been multi-hit games. First pitch swinging for Valenzuela-Reese, fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike. Clay from Oregon City, Oregon, plays for Campbellsville University. Batting .368 on the year for the Rogues, 65 hits, a Rogues all-time record for most hits in a season. That one misses low and away, evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Sam Leach goes into the windup. The 2-1 fouled back, not a play off the first base side. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues lead 2-0. Pitch home, misses low and away. Runs the count full, 3-2. Waiting on deck, Davis DeLorfis. The 3-2. That one hit well to right field. Going back is Mitchell Tice. That is going to be foul. Hits the netting that's guarding the playpen out there next to right field. So the count remains 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Rogues lead 2-0. Doug, no sunset to report just yet. I'll have that for you in an hour or so. That one speared right to the third baseman, Quinn Ayers. He drops it, can't see it, and it's ruled an infield hit for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. So 2 well-hit balls. The ball hit by Dante Gutierrez, just unfortunate. Should have fallen for a base hit, but Darryl Dahl was in the right place at the right time. But Braden Stutzman robbed on a line drive. Clay Valenzuela-Reese gets it back. It's a 2-out single for Clay Valenzuela-Reese, his second of the day, and that will bring up Davis DeLorfis. DeLorfis also singled and scored back in that first inning. First pitch to DeLorfis, a fastball at the knees. It's called strike by Mick Hendrickson. 0-1 to Davis DeLorfis. Here's the 0-1 with 1 on and 2 out. That one chopped to the third baseman. Ayers is there. Throw over to first in time to get Davis DeLorfis. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left in the bottom of the second inning. We head to the third. Rogues on top, 2-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogue Regency Inn & Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the third inning. Rogues lead 2-0. Leading things off for the Gold Sox, the number 9 hitter, the DH, Joey Mejia. Mejia caught for the Gold Sox last night. Gets the day off behind the plate today, batting .278 on the year. 22 hits, 4 doubles, a home run, 11 RBIs, 16 walks, and 10 runs scored. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Mejia is outside, ball 1. France winds and deals. That one in there for a strike. Fastball at the knees. Evens the count, 1-1. A warm evening here at Harry and David Field, but not too hot, just pleasant. The 1-1 off speed misses outside. So the count now 2-1 to Joey Mejia. No one on, no one out here in the top of the third inning. France winds and deals. That one popped high in the air and foul off the first base side. Heads out into the parking lot. Evens the count 2-2. Not sure if you could hear, but there are some very excited young Rogues fans eager to get that foul ball. Now, I've attended dozens of both professional, and I guess now you can consider me attending these games as well. I have never caught a foul or home run ball. That pitch hit to the second baseman, Clay Valenzuela-Reese, picks it up over to Gutierrez for the first out of the inning. That will turn the lineup over for Justin Cooney-Silk. Justin Cooney-Silk, the everyday center fielder for the Gold Sox. Hello, April. Thank you for joining us. Can't say you missed too much. The Rogues loaded the bases in the first inning. Jake Helwig, with 2 outs, delivered a 2 RBI single that scored Clay Valenzuela-Reese and Davis DeLorfis. The first pitch to Justin Cooney-Silk, called strike on the outer half of the plate. Cooney-Silk, the left-handed batting center fielder. That one misses outside. Evens the count 1-1. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the third inning. Rogues on top 2-0. The pitch home, that one smacked well to center field. Stutzman took a step in, now takes a step back, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, and that will bring up Devin Pettingill. Pettingill from Yuba City, California, local kid. Plays for UC Irvine in his free time. Standing in at a tall 5'6". That one hit softly to Clay Valenzuela-Reese at second. The throw over to first in time. 3 up, 3 down for Jaden France and the Rogues in the third. We head to the bottom of the inning. Rogues lead 2-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Mary's Barbecue. Tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. And it's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue Place at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow along on Facebook or their website, marysbbqplace.com.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Your Rogues lead 2-0. Leading things off for your Medford Rogues, the Great West League Player of the Week, Eric Yang. Yang plated 4 in last night's 14-6 victory over the Marysville Gold Sox. He steps up now with no on here in the bottom of the third. First pitch from Sam Leach, curveball, drops in there for a strike. Eric Yang from West Hills, California, smacks that one down the left field line for a base hit. That one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Eric Yang rounds first. He heads to second with a stand-up double. Eric Yang had hit in 5 consecutive games. He had hit a double in 5 consecutive games until last night. Last night he did not hit a double. He hit a triple. Hits a double again here tonight. And that will bring up the DH, Alex Isola. Rather, the catcher, Alex Isola. Eric Yang is the designated hitter tonight. Isola is behind the plate. With that hit, Eric Yang now has a 10-game hitting streak. All these stats courtesy of our Director of Baseball Operations, B.G. Gold. First pitch to Alex Isola, misses high, ball 1. Yang out there at second, nobody out in the bottom of the third. Rogues lead 2-0. Alex Isola, the leader in RBIs in the Great West League, takes one low, ball 2. Isola walked back in the first inning. Isola, an even 50 RBIs on the year. That's also a Medford Rogues team record. Records being broken left and right this season for this group of incredibly talented ball players. That one a called strike on the outer edge. 2 balls and 1 strike. And obviously, it's the players out there that are putting up these gaudy stats, but it's the coaching staff of Josh Hogan, Jeff Lyle, and Christian Coronado who collects these talent. That ball is going to be flared and drop into right center field for a base hit. Eric Yang going to be held at third. It's a flare single for Alex Isola. The Rogues have runners on the corners. Nobody out for Johnny De La Cruz. So De La Cruz with an excellent opportunity to increase this lead for the Rogues. Eric Yang at third. Alex Isola at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Sam Leach comes home. They throw on the suicide squeeze. It's a great bunt to third. The shovel home is not going to be in time. The ball gets away from the catcher. It is a suicide squeeze put on by Josh Hogan, Johnny De La Cruz, and Eric Yang works to perfection. Eric Yang comes home, slides in safely. De La Cruz gets the RBI bunt, base hit. Isola heads off to second base. The Rogues lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. And that will bring up the center fielder for the Rogues, Jake Helwig. Helwig plated 2 back in the first inning. It's a 2-out, 2 RBI single that scored Valenzuela Reese and Davis DeLorfis. Isola's at second. De La Cruz is at first. Helwig shows bunt, pulls back. It's low. Ball 1. A terrific bunt laid down by Johnny De La Cruz. Bunted down the third base line. Quinn Ayers, the third baseman, charged hard. He tried to shovel underhand to the catcher, and it got lost. That one bunted foul down the third base line. 1-1 to Jake Helwig. Going back to that suicide squeeze play, Johnny De La Cruz bunted a great one down the third base line. Quinn Ayers picked it up barehanded, underhanded throw to the catcher Tom Fuller. The ball lost somewhere amidst the slide by Eric Yang. The ball and Eric Yang meeting the catcher Tom Fuller all at the same time. Dust everywhere. I couldn't see the ball until after it had rolled outside of the batter's circle. That's the third run of the ball game. Helwig shows bunt again, pulls back. It's low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jake Helwig. Still nobody out. Alex Isola at second. Johnny De La Cruz at first here in the bottom of the third. Rogues lead 3-0. Helwig waits on the 1-2 from Sam Leach. That one smacked to right field. That is going to be caught by the right fielder, Mitchell Tice. A great play by Mitchell Tice. He initially started in, realized that ball was struck a lot harder than he thought. Took a few steps back, had to lunge to make the catch. He did. Robs Jake Helwig of a base hit and potentially some more RBIs. It's the first out of the third, and that will bring up Josh Berman. Berman, the right-handed batter, steps in with runners on first and second and 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Sam Leach comes home. Big swing and a miss by Josh Berman. Leach gets the sign from Tom Fuller. Here's the 0-1. That one hit well to center field. Coming on is Cooney Silk. He will make the grab. Not deep enough to advance Isola. So that's the second out of the inning. And that will bring up Dante Gutierrez.
Batting next for the Medford Rogues, first baseman Dante Gutierrez.
Gutierrez led off the second inning for the Rogues. He flied out to left field. Was a bloop hit that, under normal circumstance, would fall for a base hit. Darryl Dahl, however, was playing shallow in left field to rob Dante Gutierrez of the base hit. First and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. The left-handed hitting Dante Gutierrez takes low, ball 1. Johnny De La Cruz at first had that RBI suicide squeeze bunt that scored Eric Yang, who led the inning off with a double. Next one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Dante Gutierrez. Waiting on deck, the 9-hitter, Braden Stutzman. Sam Leach looks back at second. Isola takes his lead from the bag. That one smacked into left center field for a base hit. That's going to split the outfielders. That's going to roll to the wall. Alex Isola comes home. Johnny De La Cruz rounding third. He will come home. Dante Gutierrez delivering a 2 RBI double. And the Rogues take a 5-0 lead.
Now at the plate for your Medford Rogues, right fielder Braden Stutzman.
The Rogues breaking things open here in the bottom of the third. That will bring up Braden Stutzman. Gutierrez out there at second. Sam Leach looks back at second, now comes home. First pitch to Stutzman, called strike on the lower half of the plate. Next one swung on and missed. Strike 2. Braden Stutzman, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. Dante Gutierrez takes his lead from second base. 0-2 the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Rogues lead 5-0. That one misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Braden Stutzman. The pitch home, misses outside, evens the count 2-2. 2 outs, runner on second here in the bottom of the third. Braden Stutzman trying to bring home Dante Gutierrez. Pleated 2 on the RBI double, scoring Alex Isola and Johnny De La Cruz. Sam Leach looks back at second, now comes home. That one fouled back into the netting. Stutzman doing a great job of staying alive, fighting back from an 0-2 count. Stutzman steps back into the left-handed batter's box. Here's the 2-2 from Leach. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Rogues strand 1 but bring 3 across thanks to the RBI suicide squeeze by Johnny De La Cruz and the 2 RBI double by Dante Gutierrez. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Your Rogues lead 5-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the 4th, Rogues lead 5-0. First pitch to Devin Pettingill, misses outside, rather to Darryl Dahl, misses outside, ball 1. Dahl hit a comebacker back to Jaden France, who speared it, spun around to second to get the lead runner, who then threw over to first for the double play. That one in there for a strike. Evens the count 1-1 to Darryl Dahl, the left-handed hitting left fielder for the Marysville Gold Sox. France goes into the windup. The 1-1 poked down the third base line, blocked by Josh Berman. Picks it up. The throw is going to be just wide. Pulls Gutierrez off the bag. Josh Berman did a great job of keeping that ball in the infield, saving extra bases, limiting Darryl Dahl to just a single.
Marysville, Brock Ethan.
So that will bring up Brock Efan. Efan walked back in the 2nd inning. First pitch to the big right-handed hitting first baseman, called strike. No runs, 3 hits for the Gold Sox, 5 runs, 8 hits for the Rogues, and we're just getting underway in the top of the 4th. That one chopped foul down the third base line and out of play. France quickly ahead of Efan, 0-2. The 0-2 misses high. Kind of a show-me pitch. Up around the ears. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brock Efan. France comes home. Fastball. Oh boy, just missing the outer half of the plate. The crowd wanted it. I wanted it. Jaden France wanted it. Alex Isola wanted it. Home plate umpire Mick Hendrickson did not want it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, nobody out in the top of the 4th. Rogues lead 5-0. Off speed, hits him. So for the second time today, Efan is aboard without swinging the bat. Moves Gerald Dahl over to second. The Gold Sox now have runners on first and second with nobody out. And that will bring up Jason Daicochia, who flied out to right field back in the 2nd inning. Daicochia, the right-handed hitting shortstop, waits on the first pitch from Jaden France. Goes into the windup, comes home. That one popped high and out of play into the parking lot. France comes home. The 0-1 skips in the dirt, gets by Alex Isola. That will advance the runners on the wild pitch. So now 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. Rogues have sported France a 5-0 lead, but as the Rogues have told me, this Gold Sox team much better than their record indicates. This team can absolutely swing the bat. The count is 1-1 to Jason Daicochia. Darryl Dahl at 3rd, Brock Efan at 2nd. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. France comes set, looks over at 3rd, leg kicks, comes home. That one chopped. It's going to be through the left side of the infield for a base hit. That will score Darryl Dahl. Efan holds at 3rd, an RBI single for Jason Daicochia, and the Gold Sox are on the board.
Now batting for Marysville,
So with that RBI single, that will bring up Tom Fuller. Efan at 3rd, Jason Daicochia at 1st. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Rogues lead 5-1. Pitch home. Misses low, ball 1. France gets the sign from Isola. Comes home, swung on and missed. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Shadows now stretching out into the outfield all the way into right field. Still some streaks of sunlight in shallow left and right field. The center field grass almost completely engulfed in shade. The infield still in sun. Throw over to first, not in time. Daicochia back safely on the head first dive. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tom Fuller. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Rogues lead 5-1. Off speed, misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tom Fuller. Next one, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Rogues lead 5-1. Jaden France trying to work out of a jam. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses low and away. Runs the count full to Tom Fuller. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brock Efan at 3rd, Jason Daikochia at first. Runners take their lead. The 3-2. Popped up high in the air. Jake Helwig, the center fielder, going back. It's going to be deep. Makes the catch. The throw is going to be cut off by Davis DeLorfis. The run will come home. RBI sac fly for Tom Fuller. It's the second out of the inning, second run home
Quinn Ayers up to bat for Marysville.
for the Gold Sox here in the top of the fourth. Rogues still lead 5-2 now. Rather, that's only the first out of the inning. Jason Daikochia still over there at first base. Quinn Ayers up to bat. First pitch swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch by Jaden France. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Rogues lead 5-2 in the top of the fourth inning. Next one misses low and away. Evens the count 1-1 to Quinn Ayers. Quinner, as he's called, maybe, possibly, Daddy, although I do not believe Doug and Lori Parr. 1 ball and 1 strike to Quinn Ayers, 1 out, runner on first. France throws over to first. Diving back safely is Daikochia. Still no sunset to report as of yet, Doug. I assure you, as soon as that sun goes down and we start seeing some fantastic colors, I will let those of you at home know. The 1-1 off speed misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Quinn Ayers. France gets the sign from Isola. That one chopped up the middle, fielded by Valenzuela-Reese, drops it, steps on the bag, over to first, dropped by Dante Gutierrez. They do get the lead runner, however. And that was actually, yes, Clay Valenzuela-Reese, the second baseman, fielded that ball above the second base bag. He dropped it, but picked it up in time to step on the bag to get the lead runner. The throw over to first, not in time, so it's a fielder's choice. Quinn Ayers is aboard. So with 2 out and a runner on first, that will bring up Mitchell Tice. Chops that one foul. Looks like it got a piece of Isola. He will walk that one off. Isola takes off the mask, still walking around. Looks like the ball just got a piece of him. Looks on the right foot. Has a conversation with Mick Hendrickson. Puts the mask back on. Gets back into the crouch, and we're ready to do this. 0-1 the count to Mitchell Tice. Quinn Ayers is at first. Jason Daikochia was thrown out on the fielder's choice. Wild pitch by Jaden France. It's behind Mitchell Tice. Advancing to second is Quinn Ayers. Top of the fourth inning, Rogues lead 5-2. Runner on second now for the Gold Sox. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Mitchell Tice. Here's the 1-1. Fastball chopped to the third baseman. Berman picks it up, throw over to first in time for the final out of the inning. Gold Sox strand 1 but bring 2 across. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Your Rogues lead 5-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Heroes. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Hero sandwiches.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rogues on top, 5-2. First pitch to Clay Valenzuela-Reese misses outside, ball one. Next one, chopped to the third baseman by Quinn Ayers. Sharply hit ball. Quinn Ayers in a do-or-die play. Couldn't come up that time. Third single of the day for Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
Now batting, your rogue shortstop, Davis DeLorpis.
That will bring up Davis DeLorpis. First pitch swinging by DeLorpis. Hits that one high to left field. Going back. It is gone! Davis DeLorpis hits a ball right at the Rogue Credit Union sign on Rogue Credit Union member night.
With that home run, Advanced Air will donate $50 to Hearts with a Mission.
That bat blast by Davis DeLorpis, his fourth of the year. Gives the Rogues two back that they gave up in the top of the inning. They now lead 7-2.
Now batting, your Rogues designated hitter, Eric Yang.
First pitch swinging by Eric Yang, fouled it back and out of play. No balls and one strike to Eric Yang. Yang had a double and scored a run back in the third inning. Next one misses outside. Evens the count 1-1. That one called strike at the knees. Yang not too happy about that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the DH, the Great West League Player of the Week, Eric Yang. Next one misses outside. Evens the count 2-2. The 2-2 called strike 3 on the edge. So Yang down on strikes. That's the first out of the inning, and that will bring up Alex Isola.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, tonight's catcher, Alex Isola.
You know, I believe, don't quote me, well, I know for sure that somebody hit a home run to the Rogue Credit Union sign on Rogue Credit Union members night. That ball hit sharply to the shortstop, Daiko Chia, fields it cleanly over to first base in time to get Isola for the second out of the inning. I believe it was Davis DeLorpis who hit a home run back on, I believe it was Wednesday, June 14th. right at the Rogue Credit Union sign on Rogue Credit Union Members Night. So some good luck, certainly, from our friends over there at Rogue Credit Union. 2 outs, nobody on for Johnny De La Cruz. Takes a first pitch strike. The 0-1 misses inside. Evens the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to De La Cruz. That one misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Rogues lead 7-2. That one popped up high off the first base side and foul. That will head into the berm and out of play. That one hit high in the air to right field. Coming over is Mitchell Tice. He's at the wall. He will not make the play. It's a foul ball. Bounced right at the fence. That's just, gosh, maybe a foot, certainly no more than that, off of the foul line, down the right field line. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. Rogues lead 7-2. That one chopped foul down the third base line and out of play. Big blast for the Rogues coming when, well, after Clay Valenzuela-Reese led the inning off with a single. He is 3 for 3 today. And then Davis DeLorfus hit a home run that hit the Rogue Credit Union sign out there in left field. Sam Leach deals the 2-2. That one chopped foul down the third base line. Caught by Quinn Ayers, but on a bounce, and he was in foul ground. So De La Cruz staying alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. That one flared. It's going to be over the head of the second baseman and drops into right field for a 2-out single. And that will bring up Jake Hellwig. Hellwig had a 2 RBI single back in the first inning, got the scoring started for the Rogues. That plated Clay Valenzuela-Reese and Davis DeLorfus. That home run by Davis DeLorfus, which counts as a run for Davis because he brought himself home. The 52nd of the year for Davis DeLorfus, shattering the old record set by Darren Davis back in 2016. Another Rogues record completely destroyed by this 2017 ball club. First pitch to Hellwig misses outside, ball 1. The 1-0 misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Jake Hellwig. Two outs, Johnny De La Cruz takes his lead from first, being held on by Brock Efan. The 2-0 hit high in the air, foul off the third base side and out of play. The 2-1. Hit sharply but foul down the first base line. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hellwig, the left-handed batter, steps back into the batter's box. Leach checks De La Cruz at first. De La Cruz takes off. That pitch swung on and fouled back. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 already across for the Rogues. That 2-run home run by Davis DeLorfus. Here's the 2-2 to Hellwig. That one hit down the first base line. Brock Efan makes the play, steps on the bag for the final out of the inning. The Rogues get two, though, thanks to that two-run home run by Davis DeLorphis. We head to the top of the fifth. Rogues on top, 7-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that will give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford. Right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com today. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Rogues lead 7-2. Jaden France back on the mound for his fifth inning of work. Joey Mejia, the batter for the Gold Sox. First pitch swinging, fouled it back. No balls and one strike to Joey Mejia. Mejia caught yesterday for the Gold Sox, the DH tonight. The 0-1 misses low and away. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Shadows now impacting the infield. The outfield almost completely engulfed in shadow except for a few pockets here and there. The pitcher's mound is in shadow. That one hit to the shortstop. DeLorphis fields it cleanly. The throw over to first in time to get Joey Mejia. Nice play by Davis DeLorphis. Ball hit sharply, ranging to his left, makes the play. That's the first out of the fifth inning.
Now batting is Morton's K-batter of the night.
So the shadows. There's a long shadow that streaks across the diamond, across the pitcher's mound. Then a patch of sun before the ball finally reaches back into shade in the batter's box. First pitch, check swing, he went around, says Mick Hendrickson, strike one. The 0-1 misses high, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the fifth. Rogues lead 7-2. France goes into the windup. The 1-1 misses low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Justin Cooney Silk. Two runs, 4 hits for the Gold Sox, 7 runs on 11 hits for the Rogues. That one misses in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike the count to Justin Cooney Silk. Cooney Silk batting .280 on the year. He's 0 for 2 today. The left-handed hitting Cooney Silk waits on the 3-1 from France. Now one misses low and in for ball 4. And that will bring up Devin Pettingill. Pettingill singled back in the first inning.
Batting next, Devin Pettingill.
Erased on the 1-6-3 double play turned by Jaden France and the Rogues infield. Pettingill batting .289 on the year. 1 out, 1 on for the Gold Sox. Top of the 5th inning, Rogues lead 7-2. That one misses high, ball 1. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the live stream, wherever you're listening from, whoever you're listening for. It's an honor and a privilege to bring you Medford Rogues baseball. Here's the 1-0. Off speed just misses the outer half of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to Devin Pettingill. Justin Cooney Silk at first. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Rogues lead 7-2. The left-handed hitting Pettingill waits on the 2-0 from France. And that one's low. The 3 balls and no strikes to Devin Pettingill. Waiting on deck, Darryl Dahl. Some action in the Rogues' pen. Aaron Hutchinson warming up for the team. France comes set. Here's the 3-0. Fastball misses high for ball 4. No back-to-back walks given up by France, puts runners on first and second. Alex Isola going to go out and have a conversation with Jaden France. We're going to step away for just a quick moment. When we come back, the rest of this ballgame, Rogues lead 7-2 here in the top of the 5th. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Jaden France in a bit of a jam here, 2 on, 1 out. Darryl Dahl at the plate. 3 straight left-handed batters for the Gold Sox in the top of their lineup. Justin Cooney Silk at second, Devin Pettingill at first. First pitch to Darryl Dahl, misses high and outside, ball 1. France gets the sign, comes set. Comes home. Misses low, ball 2. First and second, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Rogues lead 7-2. Jaden France trying to work himself out of a jam. The 2-0. In there for a strike. Breeze beginning to lighten as the sun begins to set. No sunset as of yet, Doug. I assure you. I will let you know when it comes. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Strike 2. Isola jumping around at home plate. He wanted Dante Gutierrez to cover first base to try and backpick Devin Pettingill. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on for the Gold Sox here in the top of the 5th. Darryl Dahl, the left-handed hitter, steps into the batter's box. Jaden France gets the sign from Isola. Now comes home. Fouled back off the third base side. So the count remains 2-2. Those of you listening at home, if you haven't already, check in with us on the live chat. Love to know where you're listening from. The 2-2 from France, just missing the outer half of the plate. Runs the count full, 3-2. So the count now full. 1 out, runners on first and second. Here in the top of the 5th. Justin Cooney-Silk at second, Devin Pettingill at first. Here's the full count pitch from Jaden France. Misses outside for ball 4. So 3 straight walks given up by the big right-hander from San Jose State University. Loads the bases for Brock Efan. Josh Hogan coming out, and that might do it for Jaden France. We have a pitching change here in the top of the 5th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Those of you signed in on the chat know April spoiled it for me. Aaron Hutchinson on to pitch, on in relief for Jaden France. The bases are loaded. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Hutchinson on to pitch to Brock Efan. Efan walked in the 2nd, hit by a pitch, and scored in the 4th. 1-0 the count to Brock Efan. Fastball catches the outer half of the plate for strike 1. Hutchinson, a local of the Rogue Valley, born right here in Phoenix, Oregon, attends Lane Community College in his free time. 2-0 with a 2.76 ERA. 1-1. Slider just missing the outer half of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to the big first baseman of the Gold Sox, Brock Efan. Efan 6'4", 265. Home plate umpire Mick Hendrickson, chirps at Josh Hogan, the head coach of the Rogues, tells him to go back in the dugout. Hogs retreats from the steps and heads back in. The 2-1. Fastball out on the outside edge for a strike. Evens the count 2-2. If that name, Mick Hendrickson, rings a bell, Mick Hendrickson was the umpire up in Portland over 4th of July weekend where 4 Rogues were tossed in just one game. 2-2, fastball just misses the outer edge, runs the count full, 3-2. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Rogues lead 7-2. Aaron Hutchinson on in relief, trying to pick up Jaden France. Here's the 3-2 to Efan. Hit foul down the first base line and out of play. Count remains full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Justin Cooney-Silk at third, Devin Pettingill at second, Darryl Dahl at first. Here's the pitch from Hutchinson. That one smacked up and over the dive of Davis DeLorfis. The ball skips off of Johnny De La Cruz and left. That's going to be trouble. It's going to be ruled an RBI single, a 1 RBI single for Brock Efan, and then another run comes home on the air by Johnny De La Cruz. There's 1 run charged
For Marysville,
to Jaden France. That's Justin Cooney-Silk. Devin Pettingill also comes home. It's an unearned error as of now. We will see if that remains unearned. Darryl Dahl advancing to third on the E7. Brock Efan with the RBI single at second base. Jason Daicochia at the plate now for the Gold Sox. The score is 7-4. First pitch by Hutchinson misses outside, ball 1. Hutch's pitch home. That one catches the outer edge for a strike. Evens the count 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to Jason Daicochia. Runners on second and third. 1 out in the 5th. Off speed in there for a strike. Aaron Hutchinson living on that outer edge. Mick Hendrickson giving it to him mostly. Been a couple borderline calls that haven't been made, but Hutch is ahead of the batter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Darryl Dahl at third, Brock Efan at second. Here's the 1-2 from Hutch. Misses low and away. Evens the count 2-2. Seven to 4. Your Rogues on top here in the top of the 5th. Gold Sox already have 2 across. They're threatening with more. Here's the 2-2 to Daicochia. That one hit to right center field. Helbig going back. He's on his horse. He will make the leaping grab for the second out of the inning. Devin Pettingill will come home. Brock Efan will slide into third base. So Devin Pettingill, who had scored on the error,
Now batting for Marysville, Tom Fuller.
is now an earned run. Darryl Dahl, who advanced to third on the error, comes home. That is unearned as of right now. Brock Efan now over at third base. Batter now, Tom Fuller. First pitch to him, misses low, ball 1. Long top of the 5th for these Medford Rogues. They now lead 7-5. Next one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Tom Fuller, the catcher for the Gold Sox, represents the tying run in this ballgame. Aaron Hutchinson, the right-hander from Lane Community College, gets the sign. Here's the 2-0. Fastball drilled foul down the first base line and out of play. Flight plans being discussed for our final series of the year up in Portland. Here's the 2-1 from Hutchinson. Misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Tom Fuller. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 3 already across for the Gold Sox. Brock Efan is at third. Here's the 3-1 from Hutch. Fastball catches the outer edge. Tom Fuller dropped his bat, was walking to first base. Has a conversation with Mick Hendrickson. Runs the count full, 3-2. Here's the pitch home. Misses outside for ball 4. So runners at the corners. And that will bring up Quinn Ayers.
Now batting for Marysville.
Isola
Quinn
claps
Ayers.
his glove with his hand, saying, "Come on, Hutch, you got this." I have to agree with him. 2 outs in the inning. Brock Efan, the last runner. No, rather, all runners have come home. That were Jaden Francis' responsibility. That one hit high in the air to right field. Stutzman coming over. He's at the berm. He reaches over. It falls foul into the Gold Sox bullpen behind the berm. Nice attempt by Berman. Just ran out of real estate. 0-1 the count to Quinn Ayers. The format for the playoffs, the Rogues have clinched their playoff spot. The magic number for home field advantage throughout the playoffs is 9. That is 9. Combination of 9 wins for the Rogues and 9 losses for the Lincoln Potters, who are in second place. The 0-1. Not sure where that one missed. Fans chirping at Mick Hendrickson. I'm not disagreeing with the fans on this one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Quinn Ayers. Mick Hendrickson now having a conversation with Alex Isola. Isola stood up out of the crouch. Hendrickson tells him to sit back down. 1 ball and 1 strike to Quinn Ayers. Tensions rising. Tying runs are on base for the Gold Sox here in the 5th. That one fouled up high in the air. Off first base, Gutierrez is going to give chase, but it's going to land in the berm. A nice barehanded grab by a fan out there on the berm. Gives it to his son. And there's a memory that will last a lifetime. Sun beginning to set, the mountain range out in left field. The silhouette beginning to appear. It's a light pink, light purple out in the distance. Still blue overhead. That one poked to the second baseman. Valenzuela-Reese fills it cleanly over to Gutierrez in time for the final out of the inning. Gold Sox strand 2 but get 3 across. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Rogues on top 7-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass.
Let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rogues lead 7-5. Rogues got 2 in the first, 3 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. The Gold Sox got 2 in the fourth and 3 here in the 5th. Josh Berman going to lead things off, followed by Dante Gutierrez and Braden Stutzman. First pitch fouled back into the netting by Josh Berman. The entire field now completely engulfed in shadow. The lights are on. Here's the 0-1 to Berman. Curveball misses inside. Evens the count 1-1. Next one, fouled back off the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Josh Berman. Berman is 0 for 2 today. The 1-2 misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Some young fans enjoying their time here at the ballpark. Leach into the windup. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. It's the first out of the 5th inning for the Rogues, and that will bring up Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez had a 2 RBI double back in the 3rd inning that scored Eric Yang and Alex Isola.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, Dante Gutierrez.
Rather, that 2 RBI double scoring Alex Isola and Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz had laid down the successful suicide squeeze to score Yang earlier in that 3rd inning. First pitch to Gutierrez, fouled back off the first base side, 0-1 the count. The pinks and the purples beginning to creep in over Harry and David Field. Still blue skies overhead, but it's coming in like a storm almost from left field. Next pitch. In there for a strike. Gutierrez quickly in a hole, 0-2. Off speed, misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dante Gutierrez. That one chopped up the middle. The second baseman, Pettingill, is there. The throw over to first in time to beat Gutierrez by half a step for the second out of the inning. That will bring up the 9-hitter, Braden Stutzman. Stutzman from Twin Falls, Idaho, batting .231 on the year. 15 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, 4 RBIs, 9 walks, couple stolen bases, 9 runs scored in 23 games. Switch hitter batting from the left side. First pitch to Stutzman. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Next one. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Throw home, misses high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Braden Stutzman. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs, nobody on for the Rogues. They lead 7-5. Next one, foul tipped. Braden Stutzman doing a good job of staying alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one chopped to the first baseman, played by Brock Efan. Throw over to Sam Leach, who's covering third base in time. 1, 2, 3, go the Rogues in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th. Rogues lead 7-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room Lippert's has many products available and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Rogues lead 7-5. Aaron Hutchinson comes back on for his second inning of work. First pitch to Mitchell Tice, hit up the middle. Davis DeLorfus, the shortstop, is there, picks it up the throw. A little high, but in time to get Mitchell Tice. One pitch, one out for Aaron Hutchinson and the Rogues in the top of the 6th. And that will bring up the 9-hitter, Joey Mejia. Mejia 0 for 2 today. Fans, we don't have the exact dates just yet, at least for ticket sales, because we aren't 100% sure just yet if we'll be home or away. That one shot to the second baseman, Valenzuela-Reese, over to first. Just like that, 2 pitches, 2 outs. That will turn the lineup over for Justin Cooney-Silk.
Justin gets struck out as $3 beers at the beer garden until the first pitch of the bottom of the inning.
Cooney-Silk is 0 for 2. He walked and scored a run back in the 5th inning. Hutchinson deals. First pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1. Curveball just misses the lower corner. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cooney-Silk chops that one foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Justin Cooney-Silk. Cooney-Silk, like Clay Valenzuela-Reese and so many others, not content with just saying one half of their last name, it's both. Hutchinson deals the 1-2. Inside, spins Cooney-Silk around. It doesn't hit it. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the format, for those of you on the live chat and at home if you're curious, the format for the playoffs, the first place seed will play the 4th place seed, and the 2 and 3 place seeds will play against each other. The 2-2 is hit well down the right field line, but going foul, and it does go foul into the playpen and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th. Rogues lead 7-5. Here's the 2-2 from Hutch. That one hit up the middle for a base hit. Jake Helwig not going to get there in time. Picks it up. It is a 2-out single for Justin Cooney-Silk. That will bring up Devin Pettingill. Pettingill singled in the 1st, walked and scored in the 5th. First pitch from Hutch. Misses outside, ball 1. Pettingill, the left-handed batter, steps in. Cooney Silk takes his lead from first. The 1-0. Hit well down the right field line. That ball is fair. Gonna roll all the way into the corner. Cooney Silk rounding third. He's being waved home. The throw from Clay Valenzuela-Reese at the plate is going to be in time! What a great throw by Braden Stutzman to Clay Valenzuela-Reese to Alex Isola. They're waiting at the plate. There was a collision. Isola held on for the final out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Rogues lead 7-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
All right, Rogues.
Rogues Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. They like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find them at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the sixth, Rogues clinging to a 7-5 lead. Clay Valenzuela-Reese going to lead things off for the Rogues. Valenzuela-Reese a part of that 3-man final out in the top of this inning. Sam Leach still on the mound for the Gold Sox. First pitch swung on and missed by Valenzuela-Reese. With Justin Cooney Silk at first, Devin Pettingill hit a double down the right field line into the corner. Next one misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Cooney Silk waved home. Braden Stutzman out there in right field delivered a strike to Valenzuela-Reese, who threw to Isola at the plate, who applied the tag. It was a collision. Next one fouled back by Valenzuela-Reese. Isola hung on to the ball for the final out of the inning, preserving the Rogues' 2-run lead. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. He is 3 for 3 today. Tom Fuller going to go out and have a conversation with Sam Leach. Rogue Nation, there's still time to catch your Medford Rogues play. We have Game 3 tomorrow here at Harry and David Field. Game 3 between the Rogues and the Gold Sox. Thursday, July 27th, Thursday. We're opening up the Seven Feathers Triple Play Patio. We're making it Rowdy's Lounge. For just $10, fans can enjoy the ballgame from the patio, get exclusive meal and drink deals. No minors allowed on Rowdy's Lounge. No matter where you sit in the ballpark, it's Thirsty Thursday. Enjoy $3 craft beers and discounted beverages all game long. Rogues will then hit the road. They'll head down to Lincoln for a very critical 4-game in 3-day series. The Rogues and the Potters making up a game that was rained out earlier on in the season. That will be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Rogues will then return home Monday, July 31st to kick off a 3-game series against the Chico Heat. Starting on Monday, July 31st, that's a Mystery Monday. Make sure you stay tuned on our social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to find out what that theme promotion night is and how you can receive discounted tickets and other special prizes. We're back. The 1-2 to Valenzuela-Reese. Swung on and missed. Dropped by Tom Fuller. Picks it up. Throw over to first in time. So that's the first out of the 6th.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues shortstop.
That will bring up Davis DeLorphis. DeLorphis, 2 for 3 with a single and a home run. 2 runs scored. With those 2 runs, Davis DeLorphis increases the record for most runs scored in a season by a Rogues player. He has 52, crushed the old record of 40, set by Darren Davis back in 2014. That one chopped softly to the shortstop. Daikochia fields it on a throw. A great throw by Jason Daikochia to beat DeLorphis by half a step. That's the second out of the inning, and that will bring up Eric Yang, the Great West League Player of the Week. Eric Yang continuing his hot hitting. Had a double and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Eric Yang. That one hit well to right center field, but playable. Justin Cooney-Silk is there for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Rogues in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Rogues lead 7-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Pitching change here in the top of the 7th, making his first relief appearance of the year. From Ashland, Oregon, number 19, right-hander Jamie Flynn. Jamie Flynn requested the song Numb by Linkin Park be played. That in honor of the tragic death of Chester Bennington, the lead man and singer for Linkin Park. So Jamie Flynn on the mound said he would get an inning of work, and he did not disappoint. Rogues lead 7-5 here in the top of the 7th inning. Jamie Flynn getting just 1 inning of work to keep stretched out. He will pitch the first game of the doubleheader down in Lincoln. That's Saturday, July 29th.
Leading off for Marysville, Darryl Dahl.
Leading things off for the Gold Sox here in the top of the 7th, Darryl Dahl. Dahl singled and scored back in the 4th, walked and scored in the 5th. Jamie Flynn, 3-1 on the year, all starts. 1.28 ERA, 19 strikeouts, just 15 hits allowed in 28 innings pitched. The first pitch to Darryl Dahl misses outside, ball 1. 5 runs on 7 hits for the Gold Sox, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. Here's the 1-0 from Flynn. Catches the inner half of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now I have to make note that these last few innings, the home plate umpire Mick Hendrickson has been having extended conversations with multiple Rogues players and coaches. Here's the 1-1 from Flynn. Misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hendrickson and these Rogues do have a history. Earlier on in this year, we were up in Portland over 4th of July weekend. 4 Rogues were thrown out of that game. 2 were thrown out before the first pitch was even thrown. Here's the 2-1 to Darryl Dahl. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no one on, no one out here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 7-5. See the fans on the live chat voicing what I can't say over air. Here's the 2-2 to Jamie Flynn. That's a softly ground ball speared by DeLorfis, but he couldn't make the transfer when he popped up. A diving stop by Davis DeLorfis. A softly hit ball. I don't know if he would have had time to make the play even if he had fielded it cleanly. Dropped the ball on the transfer from his glove to his throwing hand. It will be an infield single for Darryl Dahl. And that will bring up Brock Efan. Efan 1 for 1. Walked in the 2nd and 4th innings. Scored in the 4th. Singled in the 5th. First pitch home from Jamie Flynn. Misses high. Ball 1. Rogues scored the first 5 runs of this game. Gold Sox got 2 in the 4th. Rogues answered with 2 in the bottom of the 4th. And then the Gold Sox answered with 3 more in the 5th. That one misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Brock Efan. Yeah, I would have to agree with those of you on the chat. I doubt that Mick Hendrickson will be invited to Christmas dinner by the Medford Rogues. Here's the 2-0 from Flint. That one misses high and in. 3 balls and no strikes to Brock Efan. Darryl Dahl over there at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 7-5. The sky darkening by the minute. The 3-0 misses high. Brock Efan reaches on a walk for the 3rd time today. Puts runners on 1st and 2nd. Tying runs are aboard. Nobody out here in the 7th for Jason Daikochia. Isola and Flynn having a conversation.
Next for Marysville, Jason Daikochia.
Flynn signals to the infield, see how they want to play this. The infield is in. The corners are in. Gutierrez and Josh Berman are in. Valenzuela Reese and Davis DeLorfis are at double play depth. Jason Daikochia, the right-handed hitting shortstop, 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI single in the 4th, a RBI sack fly in the 5th. Showing bunt, pulls back, it's high, ball 1. Josh Berman a couple feet in on the grass. Not like actual feet, just like feet. 1 ball and no strikes to Daikochia. Shows bunt again. Runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Here's the pitch home from Flynn. Pulled back, that one misses outside, and Isola is bent over. He can't believe that ball was not called a strike. So the count now 2-0 to Jason Daikochia. Daikochia shows bunt. Here's the 2-0 from Flynn. He gets it down. It's ruled a foul ball by the home plate umpire, Mick Hendrickson. Isola picked up that ball while it was still in foul territory. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Jason Dicochia. Daryl Dahl at second. He led the inning off with a single. Brock Efan at first. He walked. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 7-5. Dicochia getting the sign from the third base coach, Dallas Correa, the head coach, manager for the Gold Sox. Steps in now. 2-1 the count with bases, well, runners on second and first, rather. That one misses inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Jason Dicochia. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 7-5. Flynn comes home. That one chopped right to the third baseman. Oh, it's by Josh Berman and into left field. Johnny De La Cruz takes a tumble out there in left as he picks up the ball. Holds on to it, though. It's going to be ruled an error on Josh Berman. The ball was hit sharply, but right at him. Berman will tell you that's a play he should have made. And the bases are now loaded.
Tom Fuller now batting for Marysville.
Still nobody out. And that will bring up Tom Fuller. Christian Coronado going to go out and have a conversation with Jamie Flynn. We're going to step away for just a quick moment. When we come back, the rest of this ball game, top of the 7th inning, bases loaded for the Gold Sox, nobody out. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the 7th for Tom Fuller. First pitch, curveball in there for a strike. 2-run ball game. Rogues lead 7-5. Flynn gets the sign from Isola. Here's the 0-1 to the catcher, Tom Fuller. Skips in the dirt, gets away from Isola, but not far enough. The runners hold. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Huge spot in this ball game. The tying runs in scoring position, nobody out for the Gold Sox. Jamie Flynn on the mound making his first relief appearance. 1 ball and 1 strike to the catcher, Tom Fuller, who is 0 for 1, has an RBI sac fly and a walk back in the 5th. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Daryl Dahl at third, Brock Efan at second, Jason Dicochia at first. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Tom Fuller. Flynn comes set. Here's the 1-2. That one hit in the air to center field. Hellwig taking a few steps back, a few more steps back. That's going to be deep enough to score a run. Throw to the cutoff man, Davis DeLorfis. It's going to be not in time. DeLorfis shoveled over to second base to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The tag was applied, but not in time. In safely, Dicochia is in at second. RBI sac fly for Tom Fuller. Daryl Dahl scores. Brock Efan over at third. The lead is down to 1 for the Rogues here in the top of the 7th. 1 out. Runners on second and third for Quinn Ayers. First pitch home, foul back off the first base side into the parking lot. No balls and 1 strike, the count. Brock Efan at third. Jason Daikochia is at second. Here's the 0-1 from Jamie Flynn. Misses inside. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Quinn Ayers. Ayers 1 for 3 on the day, singled back in the 2nd inning. Ayers, 6'3" right-hander from Las Vegas, Nevada, attends Salt Lake Community College in his free time. Here's the 1-1 from Jamie Flynn. Chop to the shortstop, a diving stop by DeLorfis. The throw on his knees is going to be not in time. The throw pulls Gutierrez off the bag. However, the stop by DeLorfis keeps any runners from scoring. It is an infield hit.
Mitchell Tice batting next for Marysville.
Just about as effective as a intentional walk. Bases loaded again. The double play back in effect with 1 out. And that will bring up Mitchell Tice. Josh Hogan going to come out, and that might do it for Jamie Flynn. We have a pitching change here in the top of the 7th. Rogues clinging to a 1-run lead. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. On in relief for Jamie Flynn, number 6. From Fort Worth, Texas, the right-hander, Will Floyd. Will Floyd is 1-2 on the year, making his 20th appearance in relief. 3.78 ERA, 2 saves, 20 strikeouts to just 12 walks in 16 2/3 innings pitched. Comes in with the bases loaded in a 1-run situation. Mitchell Tice at the plate. The right-handed hitter waits on the first pitch from Floyd. Fastball hit up in the air to right center field. Helwig gonna call for it. Does he see it? Finally does, makes the catch. The throw to home is not gonna be in time. Brock Efan, the tying run, comes home. and we're all knotted up at 7 here in the 7th.
Batting next for Marysville, Joey Mejia.
Two outs now. Daicochia advanced to third on the throw. Quinn Ayers still at first, so runners on the corners for Joey Mejia. Will Floyd comes set. Here's the first pitch to Joey Mejia, the DH. Off speed in there for a strike. Two outs in the top of the 7th. We're all tied at 7. Gold Sox have brought 2 across. They have another in scoring position. That's Jason Daicochia at third base. Here's the 0-1 from Floyd. Fastball low in the dirt. Blocked by Isola. Evens the count 1-1. Will Floyd looks in, gets the sign from Isola. Runners take their lead. Here's the 1-1 to Joey Mejia. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So Floyd just 1 strike away from ending this inning. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Runners on first and third here in the top of the 7th, all knotted up at 7. Joey Mejia, the right-handed batter, steps into the batter's box. Floyd comes set. Here's the 1-2 to Mejia. Fastball in the dirt, taking off for second. No throw. Quinn Ayers in safely. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, all tied at 7 here in the 7th for Joey Mejia. Mejia 0 for 3 today. Sun now almost completely set. Darkness beginning to creep in over the ballpark. Here's the 2-2 from Floyd. Chopped foul down the first base line. A foot grab by one of the Gold Sox players in their dugout. Count remains 2-2. Joey Mejia adjusts the batting gloves, takes a deep breath, looks at his bat, and now steps into the batter's box. Daicochia at third, Quinn Ayers at second. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Will Floyd gets out of the bases loaded 1-out jam. Just gives up 1. It's the tying run. We still have 2.5 innings of baseball left to play. Your Rogues are coming up, all tied at 7. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
On MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Tied ball game here in the 7th inning. 4-5-6 for the Rogues. Alex Isola takes a first pitch strike. Sam Leach still on the mound for the Gold Sox. Next pitch, low and away. So 1 ball and 1 strike the count to Alex Isola. Isola singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Off speed, misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Alex Isola. So the 4-5-6 hitters, Isola, De La Cruz, and Hellwig. The 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes the count to Alex Isola. The pitch from Leach, fouled back into the netting. Leach goes into the windup, the 2-2. That one hit well to right center field. Going back on it is the center fielder, Cooney Silk, but he has room and makes the catch out there in deep left center field. Boy, Isola just missed that one. It's the first out of the 7th, and that will bring up Johnny De La Cruz.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, left fielder Johnny De La Cruz.
De La Cruz had an RBI single and scored back in the 3rd inning. That RBI single, a bunt. Suicide squeeze laid down with Eric Yang at 3rd. It was successful. De La Cruz reach would eventually come around to score on the 2 RBI double by Dante Gutierrez later in that inning. First pitch swinging, it's a single up the middle for Johnny De La Cruz. That's his 3rd hit of the day. He's 3 for 4, and the Rogues have the lead run on base. And that will bring up the left-handed hitting Jake Hellwig. Hellwig delivered a 2 RBI single with 2 outs back in the 1st. That scored Clay Valenzuela-Reese and Davis DeLorfis. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Gold Sox. 7 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. First pitch to Hellwig, called strike at the knees, or maybe at the top of the socks, or maybe at the middle of the socks, or maybe at... Anyways, 0-1 the count to Jake Hellwig. De La Cruz takes off. That one is hit very high in the air to right center field. Cooney Silk is under it, makes the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. Johnny De La Cruz was running on the pitch, has to return back to 1st. So 2 down now in the 7th, and that will bring up Josh Berman. Berman still looking for his 1st hit today. Berman, a local of the Rogue Valley. Born and raised right here in Medford, Oregon. Attends Clark Community College in his free time. Bats .262 on the year. 27 hits, 7 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs, 20 runs scored in 35 games. First pitch from Leach. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Josh Berman. Johnny De La Cruz at first base. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, all tied at 7. Berman gets the sign from Hogan. Now steps in. Leach checks the runner at first. Efan holding on De La Cruz. The 0-1 misses low. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Misses high, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Runner on first. That's Johnny De La Cruz. He singled with 1 out earlier in this inning. All tied at 7 here in the 7th. The pitch home. Chop softly to the shortstop. Daiko Chia is there. He'll flip over to second. Just in time to get Johnny De La Cruz. He has his hands on his helmet. He can't believe it. He thought he got in safely. Field ump Jim Henrich calls him out and then walks away into right field. Has his back turned to De La Cruz and the Rogues. So Berman grounds out to the fielder's choice to end the inning. We head to the 8th, all tied at 7. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Gold Sox. Will Floyd back on the mound for the Rogues. First pitch is outside to Justin Cooney Silk. We are all tied at 7 here in the top of the 8th inning. That one, a softly hit ball on a full swing. It is a slow roller back to Will Floyd, and the field ump, Jeff Henrich, calls it foul. The home plate ump, Mick Hendrickson, did not signal that it was a foul ball. It was the field ump, Jeff Henrich, who was all the way down on the first base line where the dirt meets the grass. It was a broken bat for Justin Cooney Silk. Tough break for the Rogues. The count is 1-1 to Justin Cooney Silk. It was a very strange play. It was a full swing by Cooney Silk. The ball went maybe 6 feet towards the pitcher. Field ump Jeff Henrich signals the ball is foul. One ball and one strike to Justin Cooney Silk. Cooney Silk walked and scored in the 5th, singled, and was thrown out at the plate in the 6th on a great connection by Braden Stutzman and Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Next pitch misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Next one, fouled back into the netting. Evens the count, 2-2. Cooney Silk, the leadoff man for the Gold Sox here in the top of the 8th, all tied at 7. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the inning, second one of the game for Will Floyd. And that will bring up Devin Pettingill. Pettingill singled in the 1st, walked and scored in the 5th, hit that double in the 6th. That sent Justin Cooney Silk gunning for home. before he was thrown out by the Rogues. First pitch from Will Floyd misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Devin Pettingill. Next one popped up high in the air, foul off the third base side. Isola giving chase, but it's going to land foul into the strike zone seats above the Rogues dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on for the Gold Sox here in the top of the 8th. We're all tied at 7 here at Harry and David Field. Night has completely fallen, the lights shining down on the Rogues in the field. 7 runs on 9 hits for the Gold Sox, 7 runs on 12 hits, and 2 errors for the Rogues. Will Floyd comes set, goes into the windup. Here's the 1-1 to the left-handed hitting Pettingill. Misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck, the 3-hitter, Darryl Dahl. Here's the 2-1 to Pettingill. That one misses outside. Count now 3-1. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning, all tied at 7. Will Floyd comes set, kicks his leg up, the 3-1, fouled back into the netting, and the count runs full, 3-2. Very anxious time for both teams. Both teams down, well, the Gold Sox down to their final 5 outs, the Rogues down to their final 6. Pettingill in a 3-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the 8th, nobody on. Will Floyd comes set, comes home, misses low for ball 4. So the lead run is on board for the Gold Sox, and that will bring up the 3-hitter, Darryl Dahl. Dahl grounded it into a 1-6-3 back in the first inning, all the way back at the beginning of this ballgame. Jaden France, who made the start for the Rogues. The comebacker was hit right to him. He speared it on a backhand, turned around quickly, fired it over to DeLorfis at second for 1, who fired it to Gutierrez at first for 2. First one misses low, ball 1 to Darryl Dahl. Dahl singled and scored in the 4th, walked and scored in the 5th, singled and scored in the 7th. Next one misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Missed that pitch, missing inside to Darryl Dahl, which is the outside corner for right-handed hitters. A few innings ago, you'll remember Aaron Hutchinson was dealing on that outer edge. Henriksen not giving Will Floyd that one today. Next one fouled back into the netting. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first for the Gold Sox. All tied at 7. Dahl, the left-handed batter, steps in. Pettingill out there at first base. Justin Cooney-Silk, who led off the inning. All 3 of them are left-handed batters at the top of the Gold Sox order. That one misses high and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Darryl Dahl. Dahl steps back in. Floyd comes set. Pettingill at first. The pitch home is high for ball 4. That will move Pettingill over to second. Rather, the lead run now in scoring position for the Gold Sox, and that will bring up Brock Efan. Some action in the Rogues bullpen. Can't tell exactly who that is just yet. It is a right-hander. Double play still in effect. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Brock Efan is 1 for 1 today. He's walked twice, hit by a pitch once, and then he had that 1 single back in the 5th inning. First pitch from Floyd to the big first baseman. Called strike on the outer edge. Pettingill at second, Dahl at first, Brock Efan at the plate, all in those knee-high gold socks. Next one misses low and in. Evens the count 1-1. Will Floyd looks in, gets the sign from Alex Isola. Here's the 1-1. That one hit well down the right field line, but just foul. Efan missing a home run by about 4 or 5 feet. Floyd ahead of Efan, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second, 1 out in a tied ball game here in the top of the 8th inning. Isola gives Floyd the sign. Here's the 1-2. That one hit too. Deep right center field. Hellwig is under it, though. He makes the grab for the second out. Running on the throw is Pettingill. He is in safely at third base. So the fly out by Brock Efan moves Pettingill over. The lead run now just 90 feet from home for the Gold Sox. However, the Rogues do have 2 outs. Now we'll bring up Jason Daicochia.
Now batting, Jason Daicochia.
Daicochia walked in the second. Rather, flied out in the second. Had an RBI single in the fourth. Had an RBI sac fly in the fifth. Reached on an error in the seventh. He is 1 for 2. Runners on the corners for the Gold Sox. Here's the first pitch from Will Floyd. Fastball misses low, ball 1. Daicochia, the right-handed hitting shortstop for the Gold Sox, steps in to the right-handed batter's box. Had a rhyme there. That one shot down the third base line, just foul. Oh boy, that could have been trouble. So the count 1-1 to Jason Daicochia. Devin Pettingill at third, Darryl Dahl at first. 2 outs in the top of the 8th, all tied 7-7. Will Floyd gets the sign from Isola. Here's the 1-1 from Will Floyd. That one fouled back into the netting, 1-2 the count. One ball and 2 strikes to Jason Daicochia. Here's the pitch from Floyd. Misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You know, that's an okay pitch to make in this situation, especially when you're ahead in the hitter in an 0-2 or a 1-2 count. There's nothing wrong with missing low and away. Missing out over the plate is where you run into trouble. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Curveballs, got him! Strike 3 called. Down go the Gold Sox. They strand 2. Will Floyd works out of a 2-on, 1-out jam. We head to the bottom of the 8th, all tied at 7. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union. Living local. It's a Rogue thing.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning, all tied at 7. Pitching change for the Gold Sox. Travis Weston on the mound, on in relief of Sam Leach. Travis Weston, 0-2 on the year, 7.52 ERA, making his 10th appearance, has 1 save, 22 strikeouts in 20 1/3 innings pitched. For your Rogues, in the bottom of the 8th, Dante Gutierrez, Braden Stutzman, and the leadoff man, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The left-handed hitting Dante Gutierrez had that 2 RBI double back in the 3rd inning. Check swing by Gutierrez. Hendrickson says he went around. Strike 1. Travis Weston from Moore Park, California, will attend San Diego State next year. He and Tom Fuller out and having a conversation on the mound. If you didn't catch the game tonight, Rogue Nation, you can still come tomorrow. Same time, same place, 6:35 p.m. first pitch right here at Harry and David Field. Game 3 between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. Gutierrez steps back into the batter's box. 0-1 the count to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 8th. That one misses outside, 1-1 the count. Travis Weston has a unorthodox delivery. He's coming straight down, right from 12 o'clock, and almost like a sledgehammer or a woodsman chopping wood, where he just lets the gravity, the weight of the axe come down. That's how he pitches. Next one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dante Gutierrez. Now he's coming straight down from 12 to 6. Weston, a big kid, 6'1", 185 on point streak. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Dante Gutierrez. That one hit to left field. Going back on it, it almost went over his head as Darryl Dahl, but he makes the play. Dahl was backpedaling. The ball kept carrying on him, had to reach up, and does make the catch for the first out of the inning. And that will bring up Braden Stutzman. Stutzman 0 for 2 today. Weston still a right-handed pitcher, so Stutzman will bat from the left side. We are all tied at 7 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out, nobody on. Braden Stutzman from Twin Falls, Idaho, steps into the batter's box. First pitch, Stutzman shows bunt, pulls back. It's an outside pitch, ball 1. Weston looks in. Gets the sign from Fuller. The 1-0. Misses outside, 2-0. That pitch is outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Braden Stutzman. Here's the pitch from Weston. That one catches the outer edge for a strike. Fans not agreeing with that call by home plate umpire Mick Hendrickson. We apologize if any profanity was caught by our Nat mics. 2-1 the count to Braden Stutzman. He hits that one high in the air to left field. Going back on it is Darryl Dahl. Still going back. He's at the warning track and has room to make the catch for the second out of the inning. That will turn the lineup over for Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
Fans, let's hear it for your second baseman, Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
Clay Valenzuela-Reese singled and scored in the first, singled in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. He is 3 for 4. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning, all tied at 7. 2 outs, nobody on for Valenzuela-Reese. First pitch to him is inside, ball 1. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the live stream, wherever you're listening from. Thank you so much for joining us here on Medford Rogues Baseball. Valenzuela-Reese waits on the 1-0 from Weston. Chop to the third baseman. Handling it is Quinn Ayers. The throw is in the dirt, and it gets by Brock Efan. Clay Valenzuela-Reese rounds first. He's heading to second. He's in there safely. So the lead run now in scoring position for the Rogues. We'll see how they scored. It will be an error on Quinn Ayers. An error on Ayers. Valenzuela-Reese is aboard. He's at second. And that will bring up Davis DeLorfis. DeLorfis. His big hit came back in the 4th inning. It was a 2-run home run, scoring that same Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who's out there at second. Davis DeLorfis hit that ball. It hit the Rogue Credit Union sign out there in left field tonight on Rogue Credit Union Members Night. DeLorfis also singled and scored back in the 1st inning thanks to that 2 RBI single by Jake Helwig. First pitch swinging by Davis DeLorfis is hit high in the air into shallow right center field. Squeezing the glove on it is Cooney Silk for the final out of the inning. The Rogues strand 1. We head to the top of the 9th inning, all tied at 7. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the 9th inning, all tied at 7. On to pitch the 9th inning for the Rogues. Wearing number 21 tonight, DJ Wilson. Wilson from Bend, Oregon, attends Campbellsville University along with the guy who normally wears number 21, Malik Evans. Clay Valenzuela-Reese, and new today, didn't have a chance to tell you because he's not in the lineup, Connor Lowry has just committed to Campbellsville University as well. Tom Fuller, Quinn Ayers, and Mitchell Tice for the Gold Sox. First pitch swinging, a high chopper back to DJ Wilson, a calm underhand throw to Gutierrez for the first out of the inning. So just like that, one down in the top of the 9th. And that will bring up Quinn Ayers.
Batting next for Marysville, Quinn Ayers.
Ayers made an error with 2 outs in the top, rather than the bottom of the 8th inning. Allowed Clay Valenzuela-Reese not only to reach first safely, but to advance to second. The Rogues would be unable to bring him home. We're still tied at 7. First pitch from the side armor. DJ Wilson misses high, ball 1. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Gold Sox. 7 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. That one chopped up the middle, bounces over the head of DJ Wilson and into center field for a base hit. Quinn Ayers with his third single of the day. That will bring up Mitchell Tice. Tice is 0 for 3, had an RBI sac fly back in the 7th inning.
Mitchell Tice now batting for Marysville.
2 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth for the Rogues. 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 2 in the 7th for the Gold Sox. And we're here in the 9th, all tied at 7. Quinn Ayers at first base. Here's the first pitch to Mitchell Tice. DJ Wilson comes home, misses outside, ball 1. That one hit sharply by a diving Davis DeLorfis and into left field. So back-to-back singles has runners on first and second for the Gold Sox. Still one out, so the double play is in effect. Joey Mejia, who was 0 for 4 today, steps in. DJ Wilson getting the sign from Alex Isola. Quinn Ayers at second, Mitchell Tice at first. Here's the pitch from DJ Wilson. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Wilson has some terrific movement, trailing away from a right-handed hitter, going into a left-handed hitter. Joey Mejia going to go out and have a conversation with the third base coach, Dallas Correa. Isola going to go out and have a conversation with DJ Wilson. There are 39 of you watching right now. Let's have a conversation. Join us on the live chat. We'd love to hear where you're listening from, who you're rooting for, whether you're a Gold Sox fan or a Rogues fan. It's just great to have you. Live here on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. 0-1 the count to Joey Mejia. Wilson comes home. Chop to the third baseman. Berman is there. Over to Clay Valenzuela-Reese for 1. Over to Gutierrez in time for the double play. Rogues infield gets DJ Wilson out of a bit of a jam. We head to the bottom of the 9th, all knotted up at 7. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball at MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning, all tied at 7. 3-4-5 for the Rogues here in the bottom of the 9th, leading things off. the Great West League Player of the Week, Eric Yang. First pitch from Travis Weston, misses inside, ball one. How did we get here? 2 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth for the Rogues. 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 2 in the seventh for the Gold Sox. The 1-0 to Yang. Misses low, ball two. Yang doubled and scored back in the third inning. He is 1 for 3. Weston gets the sign from Tom Fuller. That one catches the outer part of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Eric Yang. Travis Weston comes set. Here's the 2-1. Shattered bat. The bat flies into the netting. The ball goes up through the middle for a base hit. Holy cow. A shattered bat, and I mean shattered. That went in about 6 different places. Eric Yang, the game-winning runner, is on base and stepping up to the plate. And we have a pinch runner now for Eric Yang. Caleb Smith is going to pinch run for Eric Yang. Hogan electing to go with speed here, with Caleb Smith representing the lead, the winning run. Alex Isola, the Great West League RBI leader, the Medford Rogues leader for RBI in a season, steps up to the batter's box. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, all tied, but bottom of the 9th inning rather, all tied at 7. Isola steps in. And now after all that, Dallas Correa, the manager for the Gold Sox, going to go out and pull the chain on Travis Weston. New pitcher we have here at Harry and David Field. Not Star Wars tonight. Why am I talking like Yoda? We will come back in just a few minutes. Bottom of the 9th inning, all tied. Runner at first for the Rogues. Nobody out. Alex Isola at the plate. Stick around.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball, and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Bottom of the 9th inning, all tied at 7. Runner on first, that's Caleb Smith, pinch hitting for Eric Yang. Alex Isola at the plate. On in relief for the Marysville Gold Sox from Yuba City, California, the southpaw attending Yuba College, Isaiah Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 1-1 on the year, has a 5.49 ERA. Making his 15th appearance, he has started 2 games. He does have 1 save under his belt, has 23 strikeouts, 14 walks, and 35 hits in 37 2/3 innings pitched. 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Gold Sox. 7 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. Isola steps into the batter's box. Caleb Smith over there at first base. Pinch running for Eric Yang, who led this inning off with a shattered bat single up the middle. Not just broken, I mean shattered. Pieces of that bat went flying everywhere. The ball flew into center field. Here's the first pitch to Alex Isola. Off speed, in there for a strike. Isaiah Rodriguez electing to go with the curveball on that first pitch. Interesting strategy. The 0-1. Catches the inner half of the plate, strike 2. Caleb Smith takes his lead from first base. Rodriguez comes set, looks at first, now comes home. That one hit well to left center field. Going back are the outfielders, and making the catch a step in front of the warning track is Darryl Dahl. Caleb Smith takes off for second. He's in safely. So a productive out for Alex Isola. The long fly ball advances Caleb Smith. The Rogues have the winning run in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Fans, put your hands together for your left fielder tonight, Johnny De La Cruz.
That will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz had a suicide squeeze bunt to bring home Eric Yang from third base back in the 3rd inning. He would reach on that suicide squeeze. First pitch to De La Cruz, curveball in there for a strike. De La Cruz would come around to score later in that inning on the 2 RBI double by Dante Gutierrez. De La Cruz is 3 for 4 tonight. Here's the 0-1 to the man from Houston, Texas. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Caleb Smith out there at second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning, all tied at 7. That one fouled back to the netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Johnny De La Cruz. That one hit well to left center field, going back on it and making the catch is Cooney Silk. Caleb Smith, no, he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. They're going to be called out. Here's the play at the plate. He's in safely. Oh, my God. What an incredible play. Johnny De La Cruz hits a pop fly that is caught by Justin Cooney Silk. Cooney Silk on the transfer, drops the ball. Caleb Smith scores from second base. The Rogues win. The Rogues win 8-7 over the Marysville Gold Sox on the weirdest walk-off I have ever seen in my entire life. Johnny De La Cruz hits a ball deep to left center field. Justin Cooney Silk makes the catch on the transfer to try and throw to third base where Caleb Smith was headed. He was tagging and going to run on the catch. Cooney Silk drops the ball in center field. Caleb Smith, with all that speed, never stopped, rounded third, and came home beating the throw. Your Rogues win in walk-off fashion, 8-7 over the Marysville Gold Sox. Final line for the Gold Sox: 7 runs on 11 hits, 1 error for the Gold Sox. 7 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for the Medford Rogues. Rogues win in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 9th inning, thanks to some incredible base running by Caleb Smith. For the entire staff here at the Medford Rogues, I'm Jonathan Kerman. Thank you so much for joining us here on MedfordRogues.com. We're back tomorrow night, same time, same channel, 6:35 p.m. first pitch, 6:25 p.m. pregame show, right here on MedfordRogues.com. You've been listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Until tomorrow night, good night, Rogue Nation.
Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.